Good morning, everyone. I am Krista, and you are watching Heart to Heart with the Breakfast Club. We are all digital business owners and work online. Our intention is to have open dialogue about various subjects and hopefully get you thinking. Please keep in mind we are expressing our opinions and drawing from our own experiences. We value everyone's opinions and beliefs and would love to hear from you. Our topic today is grandparenting. The article I referenced was from scholarschoice.ca blog. The importance of grandparents in a child's life. Grandparents bring more to the table than just the occasional babysitting. They act as another source of unconditional love, a wealth of knowledge, and another positive influence on the lives of their grandchildren. Children need endless positive influence, love, emotional support, and strong role models in their lives to help them grow into well-rounded human beings and grandparents. Alongside their parents, assist with this character development and provide that little extra support for parents as well, of course. Grandparents are a source of family history and act as a link to family traditions and culture. With their wealth of knowledge they have gained over their lifetime, the relationship between a grandparent and grandchild can be invaluable. Children look to trusted grandparents as another role model in their lives and pick up on how their grandparents not only act, but react to certain situations. When grandchildren are around their grandparents often, they learn how people they trust, besides their parents, act in different situations. Quality time with grandparents also helps children learn the importance of strong family bonds and builds fond memories that encourage healthy emotional intelligence later. Grandma and Grandpa's home is the perfect place to start showing your children that they are safe and secure in other people's homes. When visiting Grandma and Grandpa, children see how other relationships succeed and learn how to act and follow rules outside of their primary caregiver's watch. So yay, I'd say grandparents can be pretty great. Research shows that 9 out of 10 adult grandchildren felt their grandparents influenced their values and behaviors in some way, and that some of their fondest memories have come from the time spent with their grandparent. So my question to you out there is, do you have enough time to spend with your grandchildren? One of the main reasons I joined this online business was so I would have the flexibility and time to be present in my grandchildren's lives. Okay, let's go to the girls now and see what their thoughts are on this subject. What'd you think, Jose? Can't hear you. Oh, okay, we'll go to Darlene and then we'll come back to Jose. Go ahead, Darlene.
There, can you hear me today? Well, look at that. How about that? There is nothing like grandparenting. When I had my children, I said there was nothing like my children. And I still 100% believe that. But grandparenting, it's like you can have them when you want, do whatever you want, spoil the petunias out of them, send them home. And they absolutely worship the ground you walk on. And they're so, they keep you young. Oh my gosh. Now I say there's nothing like grandkids. And you can keep them as long as you want, but if you get tired of them, okay, time to go. but I mean, you can teach them such value, and you know what? They can teach you so many values as well. They're so smart. Oh my gosh. And I think it's all with all this new technology and everything that you have nowadays. They actually teach you how to use the phone, how to do the television sets and things like that. um so yeah, there's nothing quite like grandparenting, and I just love my children so much. My family's everything to me, and the more time I can spend with them, the better I love it. So thank you so much for bringing that up, Krista, and love your grandchildren. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Darlene. Okay, Tina.
Yes, I can't speak to this. I am not a grandmother yet. It's still yet to unfold, so we'll see. But for those that are grandparents that are in my peer group, they tell me some great stories, and they share with me. I've been around, people that have grandchildren at my age. So it's interesting. And I was that child to my grandmother. I was the one that always spent time with her. My daughter spent time with her. So we had that really close bond with her. She lived with us at different intervals in our life, and it was great. I miss her so much. But yes, grandparents are very important as far as bringing value to their children's lives. Definitely.
Thank you, Tina. Okay, Pam.
Good morning, ladies. It is a good topic to be on, grandparenting. However, I myself, like Tina, am not a grandparent. But I have been around my nieces and nephews pretty much the same as being a grandparent. And I know what it's like, because when mom and dad don't say yes, who do they go to? Grandma or auntie. And it is very important for kids and older people to have time with the children, because it do keep us younger, and they can teach us so much. Because my little nephew, he's only 11, and he loves spending time here. He can teach me so much. And I think people being out in the workforce and spending so much time away from the family, they lose the connection. Sometimes when all the crowd comes around, like special occasions, I've had 11 here in our household, and normally it's me and my husband and my cat. But when they come here, there's so much joy and laughter. You build so many memories, and they're all gone, and you're so lonely. But keep reaching out, because in this business, it gives us time to have time with our loved ones. We can spend our day with the kids, and in the evening we can build our business. I love the thought of being a grandparent, because I didn't really have much of a relationship with my grandparents. They were old when I was little, and I can remember just going to my grandma's house. She lived right next door, one of them, and I can remember her back in the day, because this was back in 67 maybe, and she was sitting in her rocking chair with her can of biscuits, and she had a beautiful smile on her face. So she had a treat for us whenever we went in the house. Fortunately, I didn't get to know her very much. The other grandparents, it was in the next community, and we weren't allowed to go there. Only mom would take us on every other Sunday to visit grandma. But it wasn't the same. We never really did have a relationship. But seeing my sisters being grandparents to the kids, it's heartwarming. I admire you ladies, I do. And I love the feeling that I have with my nieces and nephews, because I consider them my little grandchildren. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pam. You're right. There's nothing better than being a grandparent. I love it. I love the time spent. And I, like you, didn't have grandparents growing up because my grandparents were in a different country, and the other ones were quite older when they had my father, right? So they were already really old when I came along. So I met my grandmother once, and my grandfather, I don't remember him at all. So it was really important for me to be present in my grandchildren's lives just because of that, because of it's so important for them, right? Okay, Jose, how's your microphone working? Is it working now? Nope, can't hear you. Okay, we'll go to Janice. All right, Janice.
Good morning, everyone. I was fortunate that I had a grandfather on my mother's side and a grandma on my dad's side. I had my grandfather until my husband and I were married. And so both grandparents, they lived about over 100 miles out of the city. So we didn't get to see them too often, but when we did, it was a wonderful experience. And when my husband and I were married, my grandfather, he gave us money as a wedding present, and he was able to attend our wedding. And with the money that he gave us, I was able to purchase a chandelier, and it hangs in our dining room. And when I see it, it reminds me of him. Now, I am a grandmother, and my husband, his mom is still alive, and she's 95. And my children, I have 5 daughters and 5 grandchildren. They love to go and see their great grandma, and she loves it when they come to see her. And I totally love having my grandchildren come over. The main time that we get to see them all is at holiday time. But other times of the year, like on a regular basis, with FaceTime and all of the technical things that we have, we're now able to see them in other ways, which is great. I get to, sometimes I get to pick one of my grandkids up from school, and another one, we get to take them to some of their activities on the weekend. And, that in itself is a wonderful experience because we're able to, they just, it's like, hi, Grandma, or hi, Nana, whichever one they've decided to call us. They can choose whichever they please. And it really is quite wonderful. One day I picked one of my grandchildren up from school, and, I went into the hallway, and she spied me there because I was picking her up a few minutes earlier. And she just opened her arms and started running to me. That is like the most wonderful feeling ever in the world. And with that, you can't beat that feeling. And anyway, it is true with the way our business, we have our business, we are able to embrace the time that we have with our grandchildren and our families because we have this extra time and we are working online. And the business itself, it doesn't take as much time as people actually think it does. When you don't have to know how to do all of the wizardy things that other people may know in other businesses. Like, I didn't know how to do certain things, and I've learned so much. It's quite amazing that the things that I've now been able to learn. And it really is practically all done for you. You just have to do a few other things, and you're in business, which is great. So yeah, it's a wonderful business. And if anybody wants any further advice, you just have to come in to our pages here and visit with us, and we'll get you all set up.
That's great. Thank you, Janice. Oh,
Thank you.
Jose's gone completely. So I guess she couldn't get her sound going. That's okay. Well, there you go, everyone. You heard some really great points from everybody. I hope you enjoyed our discussion and it gave you some food for thought. If it sparked your interest and you're open to finding out more, register for our free live information session happening tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to the website of the person's page you're watching from and register, or send them off a message and they will make sure you get the website required to register. A replay is available as well if this time frame doesn't work for you. Grandparents are the quiet influencers sowing seeds of wisdom and love that will grow in the hearts of their grandchildren. There you go, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and I hope to see you at the free info session.